Day two is in the books here in Ashburn as the Washington Commanders got after it again to start training camp. And we saw a lot of excitement today. We saw a lot of energy, and we saw the offense make some plays against the defense, a telltale sign from yesterday where the defense was out making plays. Now, don't get me wrong. The defense did make some plays as well. Rasul Butler, who they just brought in, Rasul was fresh off of a plane yesterday getting here to town. Well, today he had a pick six, took it to the house, and got the defense hyped up. Overall, though, it was spirited practice. Some guys made some plays today. Ben Sinnott, continues to have two strong days and looks like a target for Jaden Daniels, who's looking for him. Also out there on the field, Antonio Williams, the rookie from Clemson, continues to make plays as well. But we also saw Jason Owe, or Dafe Owe. I'm a Penn Stater, folks, so we knew him as Jason. Well, Dafe Owe is wreaking havoc coming around the edge. Kaylavon Chasen wreaking havoc as well. So overall, it was a busy practice, lots of spirited competition. The undrafted kicker, Drew Stevens, continues to impress with that strong leg. He was knocking balls over the expansion on the back end of the end zone. So we saw a little bit of everything today. It's just 2 days, but you can tell the spirits are high for this football team, and they're getting after it. Dan Quinn spoke to us before practice and talked about his excitement level. He talked about the fact that yesterday Nick Allegretti did walk off the practice field, and they said that it wasn't anything major, so they're not too concerned, but he didn't practice today. And I did ask him as far as Matt Goldman, as far as stepping in and what he expects to see from his two backup centers.
Overall, yesterday, first day, intensity-wise, were you pleased with where you guys were?
Yeah, I thought the first part of practice, what I wanted to see was, just not waiting and, easing into it. And so the reason we do sometimes competition so quickly is just to jumpstart it and get it to go. So I liked the attitude of where we're at the first day. On the first day of camp is sometimes waiting to see, but they did not. And so I was pleased to see that on day one and go through the corrections, do some more walkthroughs and such last night. So go after it again today.
And then with Matt and Julian now having to, basically step in with Nick being out, do you guys change anything as far as preparation for practice, or just keep it going?
No, we just keep it going, and those are the ones you move it around some. But even within a practice, there's going to be times where you'll see a guy maybe go up to the first group to go. It's just to what are you going to do? And so every player deserves his chance to go perform. And so as coaches, I want to see this third player with the first group. What's he going to do? How's he going to react? All right, I'm in the huddle down with Jaden, and here I am. So I wanted to find that out. But because we're putting it all in together, no change of that. Just we have about 4 guys that can snap and go through that. So we rotate that through.
Now, longtime star Terry McLaurin, spoke to us at the podium today, and he was talking about 2 young players that have stood out to him and that have, that are picking his brain. So, you think about Antonio Williams. We just mentioned him earlier. Terry talked about him and how his approach and how he's going about things as a rookie.
I think his play speaks for a lot of who he is. He's very smooth and he's twitching. You know what I mean? When he's running routes, he's very sudden, and you don't quite know when he's breaking until he breaks. And then he has the explosiveness to get out of his cuts, and he has really good hands as well. So he has a good feel for the receiver position, and I think he has a chance to really help us, especially in Lyle's offense where guys will be able to move around. He has some good reps in OTAs, but these reps are extremely critical for him, whether he's running with the 1s, 2s, or even getting the preseason. This day-to-day repetition is extremely key, so he can try to really help us this year. But he's just done everything that we've asked him to do. He's on snack duty, so you better have them snacks this afternoon. But he's a great guy, man. He has so many great questions, and I think he has a bright future. So just this camp is going to be great for him to get day-to-day reps, building on. I just told him now it's about stacking days and being consistent, but he just has a great feel for the position already.
Now, Terry spoke about Jalen Bradley, who's a really nice sized receiver from UNLV, who's undrafted free agent. And he had an exceptional mini camp. He's been making plays. Bobby Ingram, who I went to Penn State with, who's a wide receivers coach here, talked about Jalen Bradley to me and just said he loves the kid. He likes what he's doing, but he's been telling him to stack his days. Every time he has, some positive plays, stack those plays. Remember what you did to get open, to free yourself. So the young kid has made some, has turned some heads, so to speak. And Terry McLaurin talked about him as well.
He's a sponge, man. He's been asking questions since he first got here. And obviously, he's undrafted. I haven't really had a guy who's undrafted who's like just followed every single thing that not only I do, but Dayami does. And you see him working out in the offseason. He was out with us in LA, so he's just super hungry. And guys who tend to care that much about their craft tend to have success. So he knows that he has the opportunity to try to earn a spot on this team, and I'm going to do whatever I can to try to help him because he has a really good skill set.
So as I like to do, I like to show you some highlights and some, positional drills, things of that nature from the team. The fans, have been liking this, so I want to show it to you even more. I didn't get a chance to film a whole lot today, but I did have the opportunity to get some prominent clips for you, and here they are.
What's up, Coach, with that big smile?
What's up? What's going on?
I mean, how can you not? Let's go.
What's up, T?
So,
What's up? What's going on, brother? Smart.
So once again, day 2 is in the books. We will be off tomorrow. Well, the team won't, but as far as media, they're having walkthroughs and it's close to the media. So technically, we won't be here tomorrow. will be working from home or working from the studio, which I will be at ESPN Radio. And then we'll be back out here on Saturday, and it'll be the first day with the fans here. So it'll be exciting to see how they are excited to see their favorites on the burgundy and gold. So once again, here from the Big Bear AI Performance Center for ESPN Radio, I'm NFL insider Lake Lewis Jr.